What is going on, boys and girls? We have a huge announcement right now. Boys have been scheming, we've been plotting. We don't want to spend New Year's alone. We're trying to spend it together, get some poker.
Hell no.
So we have a huge announcement for you guys.
We are going to be converging into one city, and that city is Miami, Florida. The boys are flying in for New Year's. We got boys from our school and our fraternity and girls that we know that are going to be there. It is going to be a time and a half.
Guys, we're going to the Hard Rock Casino, that fat-ass guitar behind Jello's head and on the screen. You guys have probably seen it before. We're going to be there December 30th to January 4th. Okay? December 30th, January 4th. Hit us up on our Instagram at TheNextGenPoker to message us, meet us there, see what we're doing, see how we're doing. All of the above, boys. It is going to be hype.
Let's go! Let's go! Now back to the video.
Boys are back. Another 1-2 session at the Hideaway. Jello's grinding tonight. It is final season. We just took one.
Jello may or may not be making a late appearance. He is working on some stuff right now, but if he does come, let's see what he can do. Hopefully we can get the net up positive before he gets here.
Let's go. Hey, make sure to like and subscribe, boys.
Buy the merch too.
Hey, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.
I was up in Flower Mound for the homie Paxton's 21st birthday. Here's Sam, Will, Caden repping the merch. Shout out to these boys. If you want to be like them, nextgenpokershop.com is the place to be. Paxton, your merch is on the way. Boys, you're the homies. Love Flower Mound. Let's get back to the video.
For this hand, we look down at 6-7 of spades. We're in the cutoff and it folds to me, so I'm definitely going to bump it up here with the suited connector. I raise it to $8, and the person on my left, the bun, decides to 3-bet me to $30. Now, something you guys need to know is he has raised me now 4 times in a row, and I have not been raising often. I've raised about every 15-10 minutes, so I've been playing a very tight range, but every single time he has re-raised me, and he's re-raised me fat to $50 to $45 with no one else in the hand. So it's pretty clear that he's kind of going for me. He might know the vlogs. He's got a fat stack. Got a nice hand that either plays well post flop, or I can make an easy snap fold if I do not connect. So going off to a flop, it comes pretty well. 6, 8, 9. No spades, 2 hearts. So unfortunately we don't have any backdoor flush draw. I think about leading out here on this board because I have so much equity. I've got the open ender and I have the pair. But instead, I do just go for a check with the intentions of check raising. Bun bets $50. 3 bets almost pot, and I wasn't expecting this actually. I guess I should have, knowing the type of player he was, and he was bombing me pre-flop. So because of this, and how my stack depth ratio was, I only had about $200 behind. So it felt like I only had the option of really check jamming, which I am definitely okay with looking back, but that's the reason why I go hesitantly and make a call. We go off to a turn card, which is the 2 of diamonds, and with about $225 left in my stack, I'm here actually in the tank, thinking about open jamming. I just don't know if this is a good play. I'm really conflicted, guys. You gotta let me know because I'm really in a tough spot here. I know he's gonna bomb the turn, and that's what he does. He bombs it. He bets $150, nearly pot, and now I hate my life. And Rosie is very interested in what I have. I hate what I have at the moment. Since I decide to make a fold here, I think that the better play is to check jam flop. However, the stack depth ratio definitely threw me off, and I wish I was a little more deep to start the hand when someone's firing so big into me. Let me know what you guys think. I definitely don't think I played this well, but I had to make a fold in the turn with just a pair and a straight draw.
This hand we look down at King Jack of clubs on the button. Under the gun, limps, middle position, raises to $20. Folds to me, we are going to make this call here, and Sasha, my buddy in the big blind, makes the call as well, so does the limper. We're going to a flop with a pretty big pot of $81. Multi-way, flop comes ace 10 5 all diamonds. Why am I even showing this hand? This completely misses us. We're done with the hand. However, checks to us. We are happy to take that free card, and the free card is the gin card, the queen of spades. We pick up the straight. Checks to us again. Obviously, there's tons of draws, tons of value to be had here, especially being multi-way. So I size up to $60, around 3/4 pot bet, and it goes fold, fold, fold. That was basically the story of my session today, boys. All you're gonna see from me, Not too much going on. Couldn't get value when I had it. Didn't have it that often. That's it for me. On to the next one.
After a bad start to the day, we get a little help. Pocket aces, best hand in poker. We see an under the gun limp to $2. The small blind bets $11, and now in the big blind, I raise to $40. And the under the gun player makes the call here, guys, and that threw me off big time as he just limped and then called. So I'm basically putting my under the gun player specific range. I think he's gonna have a lot of pocket pairs in the situation. All right, so we go to a flop after the small blind calls as well, and it is 5-2-3 all hearts. Gutter to a straight flush draw and the nut flush draw as well as an overpair. In the moment, guys, I decided to check here and tried to have the under the gun player bluff with those overpairs like 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. So that's why I did check, and under the gun obliges. He bets $55 and the small blind gets out of the way. So with the nut flush draw, I'm never going to make it a fold here. So even if he has a set, a flush is going to give me the goods. So I do make the call for $55, and we're off to a turn card, which is no help. The turn card is a 10 of diamonds. So now if he has pocket 10s, we are now beat. A little concerning, but again, I can't be scared of just one Broadway card. Again, I'm going to be checking inflow to the under the gun player, and this time he decides to bet $120. So I am in a very, very tough spot again here. I feel like my hand's too strong to fold. I also feel like with $250 total, I'm going to be having to call the turn bet and call a river bet as well, as I'll be getting too good of pot odds to make any fold on the river. So with that logic, I decide to rip it in and try to get his pocket 7s with the heart, pocket 8s with the heart to make a call. He makes a snap call. He shows over Queen Jack of Hearts for the flop flush. His line makes a lot of sense now, betting flop and turn, but his pre-flop logic does not make sense at all. This guy was a tight player, and he decided to limp Queen Jack suited and then call a $40 3-bet. Even in position, I just don't think this is a good play overall, and this time he got lucky and flopped a flush. I definitely made a bad play by jamming turn. I think that the better play is to make a call here and just assess any river card. So that is my mistake, and gonna try to learn from it. Aces, oh boy.
What up, everyone? How's it going? It's Jack here. Fortunately, was not able to make it out for the last video. I had a final in the morning, so I was studying all day for that. However, I did get into some more hands with Cody from that crazy session last video, and some of them didn't make the cut. So here's a fun little one for you guys. I know you guys missed me playing Omaha, so check this one out. And go Bears, let's go. Next hand, we're playing some Congress, which is 5-card Omaha high-low. You already know it, boys. 2 diamonds, jack of diamonds, 9, 10, ace. What a solid hand for Congress, I guess. So there's 3 limpers behind me after I limp, and Cody decides to pot it. What a good guy. He pots it to $30, and I'm honestly so hyped to get into hands with him. I'm not very good at Congress, but I still make the call. I want to stack him and give him a sweatshirt, honestly. He deserves to rep some merch. So one of the limpers ends up calling along with me, and we go to a flop 3 ways, which is a nice one. We see a flop of 7, 10, 4, 2 diamonds. So we pick up top pair along with the nut flush draw as well as the nut low draw. If any other card below an 8 comes on the board, we will pick up the nut low. If any diamond comes, we pick up the nut high. And also we have straight draws out there as well. So this is actually a great spot for me. Cody decides to bet $55 here, about half pot. I've got a really good holding, and there are so many turn cards that I love. So I repop it here, pot it for $270, putting max pressure on Cody. And quickly the other limper decides to get out of the pot, and it's back on him.
Okay, here comes my sweatshirt.
Cody doesn't give a shit. He calls pretty fast, and we are pretty much all in here. I've got about $70 behind, I think, and we're off to a turn. Thank you, Omaha gods. We pick up the nuts, both high and low, and Cody moves all in. I only had 60 behind. I snap call, flip over the nuts on both ways, and we're off to a river. The river comes the 4 of spades, about one of the worst cards possible because it pairs the board, and now sets are ahead of us for the top. We for sure have the low lockdown, and we show our hand, and he shows us pocket 8s. He called us with 2 pair on the flop and turned a set, and unluckily boated up on the river, so we chop this pot up. Cody, nice hand, I'll get you back.
We got another premium, boys. We look down at pocket queens this time. Hello, ladies. This time we're going to try to win a hand. Well, that's something different than what we normally do. We see an early position player limp to $2. Middle position bets 12. And that is definitely not enough. With my pretty ladies at my back, I cannot fail. So I raise it up to $47, a little over 3x on the sizing. I like my sizing here, and we do isolate well as just the middle player makes the call to 47. And we go off to a flop, which comes Queen 3-3. Just kidding, boys. I am not that lucky. Wow, I wish. The board actually comes Queen 3. We flop quad. Let's go. Again, back-to-back session. I'm in shock. I make the check here after he checks to me. Such a dry board. The only thing I can get value from is pocket threes and then a flush draw. So that's why I make a check here. The turn's a 7 of diamonds. Again, not a great card for what should be the middle position player's raising range. But I want to try to get some money in the middle, and that's why I fire here for $35.
Unlike last time, no value to be had as he makes the quick snap fold. And obviously, I'm going to flip over my pocket quads.
That's a title right there.
Rosie think it's going to be a title. I think the title might be something a little different, Rosie. Yikes.
Well, boys, been editing for a few hours, and this has been the hardest episode to edit. I hope you're entertained at my misfortunes. All right, back to the video.
After leaving the first table, we see the under the gun player raise to $5, a small raise. I make the call, and the button makes the call. So what do we have that I just made the call with? Ace Jack offsuit. I decided not to raise here. So we go off to a flop, which comes 5, 6, 7, 2 clubs. Big blind checks to the aggressor, and now the under the gun player bets $15. So I look down at my cards, and I'm like, ooh, I've got the ace of clubs. I could have the nut flush draw here. So I decide to raise to $60 on a board that should scare the under the gun raiser. He's not going to have 5, 6, 7 in his range too often. And this guy was a type old man coffee type of player, so I know he would not be raising 6, 7 suited under the gun. He instead would just limp it. I know that for a fact. So that's why I go for the raise, and then when something scary happens, the big blind makes the call to $60. So we don't even get past one player, and then the under the gun player thinks that his odds are too good to fold, and he makes the call as well. So going off to a turn card with almost nothing to improve us, we can see the 3 of spades. So now we have nothing that we're looking for. Maybe we're looking for an ace. That'd be pretty cool. But I decide to rep the straight, as again, I think the under the gun player will never have a 4 here, and the button specifically was a tilted player, guys. He had just lost a big pot a couple times in a row, and I thought that he could be calling that flop bet extra light. So again, when the action checks to me after I raised the flop, showing a lot of strength, I decide to go for another bet. So I know no one's on a nut flush draw. I bet $100, okay? That is a big, scary bet from a good type player, right, guys? Right? No. The big blind calls $100. He thinks that I am full of it. And the under the gun player calls as well for another $100. So we're going off to a river. Oh boy, this pot is big. Ace of diamonds. Okay. We might have the winner, guys. Okay, I'm just going to check it down after it checks to me. What? Under the gun now bets $175. Guys, we are not good. We are definitely not good. I am thinking, well, the pot's so big, I might as well make the call. No. I know I'm not good after the under the gun player leads on this river. So I make a very disciplined fold after a massive punt. And guys, the button fold as well. And the under the gun player shows pocket aces. I raised the turn $100 with 0% equity, guys. And I deserve to get roasted in the comments for this one. No doubt about it.
What's up, boys? We just wrapped up a session at the Hideaway. Mixed results. Both of us actually in the negative today. I was into the game for 500, out for 440, so lost 60.
Same story. I'm losing money a lot. 700 plus. Typical day. Yeah.
We'll hit the lab. We'll look at what happened. We'll see what we can do better on. We'll see what was unlucky, what was our play. And we'll be back stronger than ever. This is a journey we're going to keep building. We'll talk to you boys later.
Can't promise I'll be better, but I'll be back.
Peace.